I want a clear answer. What would you do with Common Core? So I'll let you guys come back to this for 1 minute each. Think carefully and clearly. So you can repeat your answer if you want, but it says, I want a clear answer. What would you do with Common Core? So John, let's go ahead and start with you. 1 minute.
Once again, thank you for the question. As we have talked about and done the research and seen the actual documentation that exists about Common Core, and it clearly states that it is benchmarks, not standards that are being taught, I am against it if it were to go through and lower our standards in the state. As long as our benchmarks are bringing us up and raising us up, then there's nothing wrong. As the governors who did it, not the federal government, but the governors who got together and created the Common Core, went through and found that there was a deficiency nationwide from state to state. So once again, as it is currently written, and the provision, actually I've seen the letter when talking with Governor Herbert, that clearly states that if it becomes federal mandates or any mandates whatsoever, the state of Utah is actually able to withdraw from Common Core. So as it is currently written, I support the idea of Common Core with the benchmarks. Thank you.
That's the same bill of goods they sold us with Medicaid many years ago. In fact, we cannot get out of it. There are states trying to get out of it right now, and they're being challenged by Arnie Duncan and the Department of Education at the federal level. North Carolina, go look it up. We cannot get out once we get in. That is a fallacy. And also, if you believe that this is something that the states created, I've got some swampland to sell you, because it is definitely not. President Obama admitted as much in his most recent State of the Union address, where he said for a little less than 1% of the federal budget, or I think it was 1/10 of 1% of the federal budget for education, we have convinced 40-some states to sign on to Common Core. He said we. That's an admission. He's taking credit for it. It was run through the Governors Association so that we as individuals in the various states would buy into the fact that it is a state program. It is not. Don't be fooled.